These tiny little insects are ants, true machines of hard work. They have a single goal in life: to keep the colony alive. They plan and organize everything they need to do to achieve this goal. And when an obstacle appears in their way, they don't give up because they are very persistent and adapt to any situation to achieve what they want. They are a true example of hard work, which all human beings should follow in life. In the book of Proverbs, chapter 6, verses 6 to 11, it is written that we should observe the ants and reflect on their ways, for in doing so, we will become wise. If you pay attention to ants, you'll notice they're never wandering around aimlessly. They're either looking for food or taking care of the nest, and they all do this with one single goal: to keep the colony alive. Just like ants, you need to have a purpose in your life. If you don't know where you want to go or what you want to achieve, you won't get anywhere. A life without purpose is like a car without direction. When you have a clear direction to follow, your life becomes more alive. Think about that game you loved as a kid. Remember how it had so many missions and objectives you needed to complete to level up or earn a reward? That's what kept you hooked, playing non-stop, to the point where your mom had to tell you to turn off the console or you'd stay up all night playing. If a game didn't have any goals, it'd be super boring and you'd lose all motivation to play. How many times have you quit a game after beating it? That's because it becomes dull when there's nothing left for you to do. The same thing that happens in games happens in life. It's the goals that keep you playing the game of life, striving to level up, becoming a better person. Not just for yourself, but for your family and everyone important to you who deserves your very best. It's the goal that gives meaning to your entire life. For ants, the goal is to ensure the survival of the colony. For you, the goal can be anything, as long as it makes your heart race and makes you want to live life to the fullest. But it's not just about having a goal. Just as important as having a goal is planning how you're going to reach it and staying organized to make the process easier. This is another thing we can learn from ants. They are masters of planning and organization, even if they do it automatically. Before they even start building their anthill, ants plan where the best place for it will be. They explore the terrain to ensure it's a safe spot, away from predators and with as many nearby resources as possible. In the anthill, entrances and exits are strategically designed to avoid predators and allow for a quick escape. There's a space for everything: one area for the queen, another for eggs and larvae, storage rooms for food, and even a specific spot for waste disposal, keeping everything clean. When they go out to collect food, they organize themselves in groups, and once they find food, they plan the best route back to ensure safety and mission success. For you, planning and organization are very important because they help save time. When you know what you need to do, when and how, it becomes much easier to act. Many people procrastinate because they don't plan ahead. They leave decisions to the last minute and end up spending all their energy thinking instead of acting. And by the time they're ready to act, they're already exhausted and often give up. Planning is like creating a roadmap for your journey, and organizing is like packing your bag to ensure you have everything you need. Without the roadmap, you could lose your way. Without the bag, you won't get far. In addition to being masters of planning and organization, ants are incredibly persistent. When ants are carrying pieces of food back to their nest, they often face obstacles along the way, like a branch or a hole. They try to go around, climb over, or even move the object. Even if one ant can't do it alone, it calls for reinforcements to help. If the food is too heavy, they come back again, and again until they manage to take it to the nest. Regardless of the obstacles, ants never give up. Just like them, you must not give up either. You need to be persistent, especially if something is really important to you, because it's unlikely you'll succeed on the first try or even the second or third. But if you have the patience to persist and keep trying, you will succeed. It's inevitable. Persistence is the path to success. The only thing that can stop people from achieving what they want is themselves. You've probably faced many obstacles in your life and ended up giving up. This has happened to everyone, including me. When things get tough, you might think you can't handle it, but the truth is, you can. God doesn't give you a burden greater than you can carry. If something is difficult, cry, vent, and it's okay to feel down for a few days. But never give up, especially if it's something you truly want in your life. Learn from the ants how to adapt to the situations that arise in your life. If you observe ants in different situations, you'll notice they don't stick to the same way of acting. They have an incredible ability to adapt. If food is scarce, they look for another source. If a path is blocked, they find another route. If the colony is invaded and they need to fight, they fight. They do whatever it takes to achieve their goals, always adapting to the circumstances. This ability is one of the reasons for their great success in the animal kingdom. In today's world, everything is changing very quickly. If you don't learn to adapt to the situations that arise in your life, you'll end up being left behind. That's why you shouldn't cling to just one way of thinking or acting. Be like water. If you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. If you put it into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. If you put it into a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Water can flow or it can crash. Be like water, my friend. There are many things we can learn from ants. They are a true example for everyone, showing us that even the smallest can achieve great things.